Oh man. Man, as soon as I saw that at the beginning and every single time you kept getting mad at that fucking prediction, I'm like, I'm waiting for it. I'm fucking waiting for it. So good. It's so good.
No, wait, hold on. There we go. I had to hit my camera with that. This is garbage.
Huh?
I hate this.
Makoto, why are you staring off into space? Don't you have a rebuttal for Kyoko's claim?
Her claim? Oh, that's right. I have to... Do I expose Kyoko's lie or not?
Well, the truth shall set you free. Pursue the lie.
Run away. Why the fuck not? Running away isn't gonna solve anything. This is what I thought it would do if I actually picked the wrong thing.
Could you imagine if you just kept pursuing the lie over and over again?
I wonder if they put in anything unique for that.
That'd be fun. They just put more kids in the picture.
Just every one of them is now twins. Including the picture of Toko. There's just like 2 different death pictures.
They brought her back over again.
Yo, Reckless, once again, thank you for the raid, because otherwise maybe 2 people would have seen this tonight.
Oh man.
It was a quiet night.
Fuck, I should have clipped that. Damn it.
Key
I'll
for
clip it
you
later.
is on the Black & Decker box right there. Or the Kleenex box. Sorry about that. Roommate just stepped in. Our apartment got rekeyed today, so I had to make sure that he knew what was up. God damn it.
Does that... I don't know for certain, but I think that was the thing that Luca got spoiled on and she said she wasn't going to do for her Let's Play. Which is a little saddening, but also I can understand why she said
I did
no
not.
to it.
I haven't watched anything of Luca's. I wanted to finish this whole thing first, but that sucks if it did, because that was real shit. Goof. I will not give it credit. I will not.
No, yeah, because like I remember she said like she picked one option, then everybody on Twitter and YouTube was like, "Oh, but you should have done the other thing because there's something else that's funny," and like they just immediately spoiled everything.
The
She's
fact
like,
that
well,
you already went
too.
through one decision does not mean you get to say everything that happened on the other one. God damn it, people.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, let it go.
Let it go.
Don't. I've made my decision.
The meme never bothered me anyway.
I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone. There has to be some secret here, something that has to do with the mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned.
Well, does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept?
Now you'll both be able to get out of this live.
I see. So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room. That it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
Byakuya. Now it has to be Byakuya.
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
Done. Let's kill him.
You! What are you trying to imply?
Let's kill him.
But of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire
And
time.
we've already verified that the body could have been killed long before that.
Possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
Are you seriously gonna try to pin this on me again?
It had to be Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option.
You came with me!
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you?
Yeah, you shut your little face, Scottish Bear.
Looooooot, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be
A fake trial room. It's all pink and shit.
Okay, time's up!
I bet it wouldn't even pass the U.S. Marshall standards.
Time's up. Class trials all over. Everyone can stop talking now. What? Time's up?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late. So we had to push back the start time. So then, it's time for voting time.
Also, that was a
okay?
new sprite.
Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you. Voting time?
Okay, so apparently it's a vote now. So what's gonna happen with this? Results. Court results. A. Straight A's across the board as always. Cool.
You coulda let Kyoko die. You coulda let her die, but no.
Be chosen as the placard. Will you make the right choice?
I'll never know.
Or the dreadfully wrong one?
I hope everybody is enjoying.
That was the darkest timeline. We're not acknowledging that exists because Hero was right, and thus the world makes no sense anymore.
I hope everybody's enjoying this Danganronpa finale.
Hey, hold on. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Please, Monokuma, get him on here. No, everybody's voting for me. Great. Cool, I guess I'm dead. Or maybe this is where we find out that none of the students are actually dead.
Oh my god, you're still on that.
And I will make it to the back side of the school. What? You think I'm the killer? Yeah, guys, like, everybody who's saying this has been fun. I've been doing this every Monday for, like, months. Please, come and watch more of them. Sorry, man.
No, don't. This is the last episode. Your main character is about to die.
Sorry. It's all your fault. He's just mad. Everyone, you're wrong.
Ryan, what? Why would you kill him? Why would you
You've
kill
got it all wrong. I didn't do it.
Yes, indeed.
A likely story.
Good job, everyone. Good job?
Yep.
Yeah, they got it right. No, no, that's not true. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense.
Hey.
It makes perfect sense.
Oh my god, okay.
What? Sound warning?
A little bit.
It's the same as always. It's just like all the other class trials, and I'm gonna end it the same way.
Thrills, chills, kills.
It's time for your heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment. Wait, why do I? She looks like she's strangling. Kyoko.
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Kyoko?
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Okay, cool. My time to die. Game over. Makoto's been found guilty. Time for the punishment.
Any last words?
Hina, I had a hand brawl for you.
Yeah.
I tried Runaway Temporal. It straight up didn't work.
Wear the hand bra. See if that protects you.
I'm not gonna die. I am not gonna die.
That's exactly what Kyoko thought.
Uh-huh. And we have no way of knowing that Kyoko also didn't die. Or did die.
Well, she would have had plenty of time to come back and tell you that she didn't die.
Yeah, but you know, she's stuck behind the
But
school
she-
walls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't read those chalk marks. One of them had to do with fate.
This is a very execution, not gonna lie.
Yeah. You see? It's not him. It's alter ego here. I'm not gonna die. I told you I'm not gonna die. I know too much about games. Here's a trapdoor, and down I go. I mean, I broke my neck upon landing and died anyways, but...
Yeah.
Alter Ego tried. Huh? What's going on? Was that? Yeah, it had to be.
This is...
Alter Ego. Alter Ego? Is this some stupid virus from that stupid guy? He must have planted it when he invaded my network. Damn
Wait,
it
how
all
are
to
you
hell. I don't believe
How
this.
How are you seeing this? You're not here.
You finally made a miscalculation, and now Makoto has been made one with the network and can observe our every move. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What the heck?
What was that?
In other
What I'm
words,
saying is you shouldn't have underestimated us. Why are you talking like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch and itch. The stupid virus is gone now. Got it? And so's Makoto. Maybe I didn't get a smash him flat, but you're never gonna see him again. To waste away in a garbage-strewn pit, in a way that's an even better punishment. But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm gonna bring despair to the rest of ya. Bring despair to the entire world. Not sure why I get off on this so much. Think something might be wrong with me. Is he gone? Kyoko, what is meaning of all this? Just what in hell is going on?
calm down.
It's okay, we're not the ones being trapped this time.
In other words,
Now it's the mastermind that's being ensnared.
What did you say?
What are you talking about?
so
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. This is free time music. I got out. The massive high school tower is over all the other buildings in this bustling urban area. It's like the school stands in the center of the entire world. Hope's Peak Academy. It brings in top students from every field imaginable, a government-funded school of privilege. They say that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it's set at the cream of the crop in the workforce every year is built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a very defining name. There are two things you need to attend this school. One, you have to be attending high school. Two, you have to be the very best at what you do. No ordinary student could enroll here. The only way is if you're scouted by the school itself. And standing there at the gate, filled with the ultimate students, was me. That was a memory.
Happy memory.
Obviously. What? Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk out of in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here just now? I wasn't in any classroom I'd ever seen before. What the heck's going on? Gah. Finally. I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again, and then I was awake. Or was this just another dream inside a hopeless nightmare? This isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. I was in a vast, dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high all across the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. Heck of a situation to find myself in, but that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I gonna get stuck in there till I wasted away and died? Can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. I remembered it all too well what had happened. Alter Ego saved me, and he used up the last little bit of his strength to do it. You don't know that! It's just a face that showed up on a screen. So I can't give up now, for myself and for my friend, and with that, my pursuit of survival began. First, it was time to start looking for a way out of here. Alright, MTT, super minor spoiler for me right here. Am I actually going to reach a point where the next phase begins with a prompted save? Or am I gonna be like this from now until the end of the game, just in one continuous stretch?
I think you're gonna hit a save point soon.
Okay, because I'm at 2.5 hours and I want to know.
Yeah, no.
When...
This is like the end of the chapter, technically, I think.
Okay, good. Well, because like this is different from everything that's happened. I don't know what if the formula is gonna get broken.
No, I gotcha.
This is a desk. It's probably the one that fell down here with me. This is a bomb. A rocket and a tank. Better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here. This is an airplane. How'd something like that wind up in the school's garbage pit? Rattle, rattle, it's locked. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge. Getting out of here isn't going to be that easy. Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon, I may as well make a life for myself and start learning how to digest screws. I looked around for some food. I found it. In the form of screws. There's
Good source of iron.
plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. But that was pointless too. Next, I searched for some water. I decided to grind up some screws into liquid form. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink, which are an all-around bad idea? Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides, but that's still not enough reason to give up because I'm still alive. I won't be for long without water, but as long as I'm still alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was relieve myself of all the water that I had in me. I had to pee. And then I went to sleep. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. I will never give up. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left after not being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed. All I did was sleep and sleep. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign, not exactly. G-crunch. The strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched, the pile of garbage jostled and formed an odd shape. Did something fall down over there? What could it have been? I don't know, I better check the door again. Something fell from above.
The Lord has blessed us with bags of screws. We shall never starve again.
Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? I carefully stretched out my hand toward whatever it was that had tumbled down here with me.
Just a second.
A giant piece of trash? Rude. Before she'd even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was.
It smells awful.
Hello, Cup Ramen God!
Yeah. That's my favorite sprite.
This place smells awful. Kyoko?
Indeed.
You look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing down here?
So...
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. I'm glad to hear that, but you got a bit of garbage in your hair. No, you saw nothing.
Hey,
First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you've finished. Thank you! Snatched the bread and water she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way towards my stomach. That really hit the spot. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going from 2 white buns. And the bread, too. You still haven't given up, then? Of course not. After all, the fact I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at. Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. Alright, so you've got the super secret key, right? Kyoko, why'd you come to rescue me?
so...
To pay a debt. Or, no. To atone. Atone?
You...
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So you knew that I knew.
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you.
I...
Abandoned you. Don't say that, you didn't abandon me. Except you totally did, and the fact that I'm alive was really just a stroke of luck. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However...
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason that I had to survive no matter the cost. Why did you have to survive?
It's true.
I had to cancel my DirecTV subscription.
I couldn't leave my family with that. I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive
In other words...
is so that I can do what I came to this school to do. You had a reason for it. I've made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason. Alright, you can tell me that once we get out of here. So you have some reason for coming.
Indeed.
At least I did, once. Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was. But that's... I have no memory of what my purpose was. That's impossible. Amnesia? So you remembered it. Is it really true you lost your memory?
Makoto.
Do you remember? The first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we'd arrived at this school. The first thing, you're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted when I woke up. I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself. A disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
Indeed.
I don't think. It was positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. Why would they want to do that? There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability. Somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. So they just stole them from you.
However...
And it could also mean... somehow my memories may be connected to the mastery of this school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
Why is
If
that?
I did that and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always the chance he's actually one of us.
Correct.
Well, don't make too big of a deal of it, it's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? One of us, if she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her, in which case it only makes sense she would look into her missing memory by herself, sure.
However...
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. But why me? Because among everyone, you were least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but... Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been this dude. I understand.
I should understand everything.
But I understand nothing.
My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
I still don't get what that's all about, though. It's just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
Listen.
Are you okay? Yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
Hey.
Even now, I'd still trust you, you know? It's just I'm not used to relying on others.
Correct.
I know I never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. The fact that this girl, the girl of my literal dreams, according to last night, would come to me for help, I'm just flabbergasted. I think that's just her personality. You said you had a reason for doing all that, so how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So...
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. What everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective. Duh, it's not hard to believe. Ultimate detective.
Correct.
And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy was someone I had to find here in the school. You had to find someone? Who?
So...
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. The headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father. What?
In other words...
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Kyoko's dad is Hope's Peak headmaster. Then that means when Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved... I'll find a way. Oh, she did get all weird there, didn't she? But she shouldn't have remembered it at that point, unless it was just a gut feeling. I will find the headmaster.
No matter what?
No matter the cost.
So,
What's going on?
I
My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. Alright, so I was right on that. Makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense.
However-
But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into his room. Then what did you see in there?
So...
The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess, the desk drawers dumped onto the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. You mean mastermind, right?
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes, and to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I'd found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. Some kind of a map.
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room along with Mukuro's profile and that key. The map showed the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time, and I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, that room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that was when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room, so you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However,
Once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. So what was it like, that part of the school? It's hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than we ever imagined. You did see the murder room, right? What do you mean?
so
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough. Sounds like it must be important and really ominous.
however,
Once I got to the second floor of the dorms, there were no cameras and no monitors, which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building. Has to do with Mukuro Ikasaba, right? Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either. I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi, so who did?
anyway,
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba was to get me killed. Get you killed.
indeed,
I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
correct.
That was the point of the class trial. The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the regulations?
That's right.
Exactly. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak at your discretion.
In other words,
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. That makes it sound like the mastermind is bound by the school regulations.
hey,
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder. What's that? There was a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto.
indeed,
You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you mean... Yes! During the night when Mukuro came out to try and kill me. I thought it would have just been because she was here to try and stir up trouble. I can hear them, you know. The footsteps of the god of death. You can hear a Shinigami? I can hear the god of death as he moves. That ability naturally draws me into cases just like this.
anyway,
Which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell and I saw a white shadow cross the corridor. Gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room.
correct.
I ran into your room and saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However,
That wasn't the end of things. I stopped them, but that led to... Whoever that masked assailant was, they ended up dead.
correct.
And their murderer was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me. So this would all mean that whoever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind, right?
Indeed.
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. That's really bad if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want when they feel like it. But doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right? I'm getting so tired of the word mastermind. Fucking Christ!
Correct.
You're right, that is a contradiction. And it's not just Mukuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So what does it all mean?
In other
It means
words,
the mastermind is the one who's been cornered.
Makoto.
Just a little more, and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair. You know, forget the one that I told you about last time. This is the for reals, the final one. The other ultimate despair. There's no doubt that
Twinsies.
there's no doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. It's not?
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event.
That's right.
Talking about what happened a year ago, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
Trademark.
Whoever's responsible for that, they're the ultimate despair. That despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. Then they're, make no mistake, they're the root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair, and that is our real enemy. Chapter 5, 100 Mile Dash, Pain of a Junk Food Junkie. Where the fuck did junk work into this thing? Like, was Aoi somehow a central focus at the beginning of all this? I just can't remember anymore. The Dream Island rocket present. It looks like a dildo. It looks like a butt plug. It looks like a really massive sex toy. Save that and good old slot number 5. Alright. Alright.
All right.
That certainly has been a stream, alright? Fuck's sake.